It's another episode on the Agenda Boys podcast. And remember to follow this podcast on all social media platforms, like the video, share your thoughts in the comment section. You can as well go and follow this channel on YouTube at Agenda Boys podcast. Now, I saw a very interesting tweet on X within a week, and I want us to look at this tweet. I believe almost everyone listening to this particular podcast has one or two heard about this particular situation before, right? So today what I'm going to do is we are going to look at the tweet and then replies that came. So you first look at the boys, or we look at the reply from the boys, and then we look at the replies from our ladies. Now this is the message. It is directed to men. Now, your wife got pregnant by another man by mistake. As a good husband, what will you do? So emphasis on a good husband. Let's look at the first reply. Kick her out of my house at the middle of the night and expose her to the risks of the world since she wants to be silly. Now this is a good husband, pa. Well, let's see. I feel he's being honest though. I feel he's being honest because it is hard for men to actually forgive a woman who cheats. So I feel he's being honest. Now, I'll throw her out of my house and I'll definitely divorce her. That's another man also talking about divorce. Well, you know, the truth of the matter is, if a lady cheats on a man, right, mostly it is very hard for the man to forgive him. In fact, cheating on both sides is very difficult to forgive. Most ladies find it difficult to forgive their men when they cheat. The same way most men find it difficult to forgive their women when they cheat. Now, even in this context, they are saying the lady is pregnant. Charlie. As for this one, most men will run. Let's see. Now, I'll forgive her. Okay, we have one who is going to be the role model for us. Let's see. I'll forgive her, take care of her and the pregnancy, and when she gives birth, I'll raise the child as my own. If the father eventually returns for his child, I will hand the child over to him and even help with packing the child's things. Well, Charlie, this is the real husband. This is the ladies kind of husband, the one all ladies wish for. Right. So he say he will forgive her and then take care of the child as his. Well, there are men who does that though, so it is fair, right? And this is actually depicting the good husband. Now, let's look at the next one. By mistake, she went there willingly. Now, by mistake, they kissed. By mistake, she off clothes. By mistake, she moaned. By mistake, when it slept out, she put it back in. By mistake, she changed style. By mistake, she ride him cowgirl. By mistake, she did doggy. By mistake, I believe he wanted to say she got pregnant. Now, this one is probably saying he doesn't believe that it was by mistake. That is what this one is actually trying to communicate here. You know, well, if she got pregnant in the process, so you know, well, it would have been different if it talked about raped, right? It talked about the lady being raped. It would have been very different on that context. Now, when it has to do with an issue of rape, I feel the lady has to let the husband know exactly on the day she got raped, you know, because if you get pregnant and you come to tell your husband that you are pregnant and it's because you were raped a month ago or some time ago, Charlie, it will be difficult for your husband to actually believe it. We are all learning from this particular tweet. And this is my genuine thoughts on in instances, right, that has to do with rape. Because I believe that if you're in a relationship with someone and something like that happens, which I'm not wishing for that for any woman, but then if that is the issue, I believe the same day, right, or in fact the same day, you have to let your husband know, you have to let your partner be aware that this is what has happened to you, so that they can bring in the support, right? You don't wait till 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks and find out you are pregnant before you come to tell your husband that it was because you got raped. And Charlie, it will be difficult for anyone to actually forgive you, because they will feel you are lying. They will feel you are lying, especially if there's no evidence backing what you are saying, right? Now let's look at the next one. This one is saying, I'll leave her by mistake. I'll leave her by mistake. Well, that's his also. So he say he will leave the lady by mistake, saying she got pregnant by mistake. Now, let's look at this one. She was wearing her clothes, and his well, let's move on to the next. Now, cheating and getting pregnant. Now we have gotten to the ladies, so let's see what the ladies have to say about this. Cheating and getting pregnant is never a mistake. There are stages she went through before the deed was finally done at some point. The D slipped out and she put... Why is everybody saying slipped out and she put it back in? As if they were there, Charlie. Well, I believe that's what happened most times. So that is what people perceive it to be. Well, so that's what she's saying. And this is a lady. This is coming from a lady. So apparently what she's trying to say is that she would definitely not want to be with the lady, right? Now, this from a guy. He's saying, it is not surprising the question is coming from a woman. And even in the question, you could feel the blackmail and manipulative tone. Why asking as a good husband? So if the husband takes a decision against the woman, he will be a bad husband. There's actually no straightforward answer to this no and off question. But I always say something are better experienced than explained. Well, that's his genuine thought on that. Well, he feel it is very manipulative. Well, using good husband in this context, he's not cool with it. Meaning you are trying to portray those who leave the woman as bad husbands, but I don't think that is the case. Now, another lady says, I'll accept and raise the child as mine. That's fair. Okay, another woman is saying, I'll allow her unite with a new partner. A child deserves to be with his parents and not start with a complicated drama. Go on your knees and pray. Take it to God. Go to war room. There's someone's advice as well. Well, I believe all the comments are fair, but you could tell that most people are planning to opt out from the marriage in case of situations like this. Most people, from what I've read so far, they are planning to opt out of the marriage. Well, that is for them. What do you also think on this particular message, right? Leave your thoughts in the comment section and we shall vibe some other time with the Agenda Boys. Thank you.